Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, boys and girls. How are you doing out there in Radio Land? It's currently 8:30 a.m. Central European Time, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 2:30 p.m. for our friends in Hong Kong and the Philippines. How are you doing, guys? And a big special good morning to our angelic, godlike podcast downloaders. Seems like every day there are more of you, and I love you even more. It's cumulative. A big good morning to Vero, The Bridge, Eugene, Pedro, and all the people who are joining us in the live audience in the chat on twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. How are you doing, guys? Oh, it's Wednesday, it's hump day, Natch. We made it.
Yes.
God. Thank God, man. Thank God. Like, by the time we finish the lunchtime show, it's downhill to the weekend, dude. Downhill to the weekend. Natch, on the bike this morning.
Yes, I rode.
Yeah, you rode. You rode into work. Well, not all the way into work.
No, half of the way.
But still, I mean, that's significant, man.
Yes.
You live you live quite far away.
Yes.
Annoying, right? It's a little annoying with the...
More annoying for the rest of the the wagon.
Ah, dude, look,
than for myself.
the cercanías.
I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry for creating such a mess.
Yeah, patinete, man. Patinete time.
Yeah, patinete is the next step.
That's the next step. Yeah. We need to be a little lazier when we get our exercise. That's my motto. Just be careful on that thing. That's the only thing. No, but good for you. It was nice to see you. It was nice to see you with a bike. I don't know. I felt like, every day we get closer and closer in our weirdness.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having a bad effect on you. I'm a bad influence. Anyway. God, guys, I have an amazing show lined up for you. I thoroughly tortured the elves this morning, and they gave me an amazing show. In today's 100 Humans, we're going to look back to the summer, and we asked them to name something you want a beach to have. Nombra algo que quieres que tenga una playa. Name something you want a beach to have. In today's Complete the News, we'll find out about a slow chase in Los Angeles. You know that you see these images or these videos of high-speed chases on the streets of Los Angeles. Well, this is a slow-speed one that occurred recently. And that's all that fun, my friends, in the second half of the show. In the first half, oh my God, do we have an amazing, unpopular opinion, comrades. Yeah, I'm going to get called a socialist or a commie today. I was actually talking to Pedro from Instagram, on Instagram yesterday, and he said to me, well, they're going to call us communists. Yeah, you are. Today's unpopular opinion is salaries should be capped at $1 million, euros, pounds, depending on where you're from, per year. Los sueldos deberían limitarse a $1 million, euros, lo que sea, anuales. All right. It's an interesting one. Let's dig into it, and we'll find out some pros and cons about that, but later on in the show. Okay. First of all, guys, I'm here, you're here, Natch is here. Let's see what's going on in the world. Firstly, we'll turn our attention to the chat. What you guys don't know is the computer we use in the studio to stream. The screen is broken. So I have to read the chat on my mobile phone. So I need my glasses. I need my glasses even more today. The Bridge is saying, good morning, Rob. Eugene, good morning, guys. Joining us all the way there from Russia. Pedro, good morning. I'm driving. Pedro, pull over. I want you to participate, but I want you to be alive by the end of the show. Big, weird, and wild indeed. Feels good to be lying on hump day, says The Bridge. Bontoyanman's here, says, good morning, folks. Seri's here, good morning, guys. Good morning. And what a beautiful morning it is. We've made it to the halfway point of the week, guys. By the time you're listening to the other show we do on the radio, Andrea and myself, the lunchtime show, we'll be halfway done with the week. What a great feeling. Okay, so let's look at some news. We'll go into some entertainment news first, guys. With news of Shakira. Ole, ole, ole. Shakira. Oh, dear. Shakira. Spain charges the pop singer Shakira with tax evasion for the second time. Yeah. Pay your taxes, Shakira. You've got more than enough money. You know, hips don't lie, but a tax return often does, apparently. Su declaración de la renta? No tanto. Shakira, the renowned pop singer, by the way, this coming from Euronews, Euronews.com. Shakira, the renowned pop singer, has been charged by Spanish prosecutors for a second time with tax evasion, alleging a failure to pay over 6.7 million euros in taxes on her 2018 income. 6.7 million euro. That's more money than you and I combined, Natch, will ever see in our lifetime. And that's what she pays in taxes. How much money did she earn in 2018? It was before the pandemic. Yeah, it was pre-pandemic. Okay, my God. The Colombian singer is accused of utilizing an offshore company. Una empresa, bueno, a company that's, you know, in some kind of a tax haven, we would imagine, to evade these taxes. The singer follows a separate case where she's due to be tried for allegedly owing 14 million euros in taxes between 2012 and 2014. Oh, my God. I mean, I thought pop stars weren't making money these days. You know, you hear them complain about, Spotify. Because our songs are on Spotify. We're not making money. Seems like Shakira's not doing too bad, man. Hey, Shakira, when do you move your money offshore? Whenever, wherever. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm going crazy. Based on her residency, Shakira, who has had strong ties with Spain due to a relationship with a soccer player, Gerard Piqué, denies the allegations, asserting her compliance with the law and reliance on financial advisors. This case is part of Spain's broader crackdown on tax evasion, which has also involved soccer stars like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. A very prescient issue for today's unpopular opinion, right, about rich people. Like, if you're going to earn, like, such a dramatic amount more than anyone else, at least pay your taxes, my dudes. At least do us the decency of paying your damn taxes. Because, that's the money that gets shared among the rest of us. So try not to make us actually even poorer, not even feel even poorer. Let's see. Close the doors. The best of the best is here. How are you doing, Vero? Andrea and the perpendicular pronoun, says the bridge. She means I. The perpendicular pronoun. Wah, wah, wah. She's done the waka waka to the Spanish tax agency, says Seri. Can we get a ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
Oh my God. Okay, next let's go. Let's look at a bit of science news. This is the strangest piece of news. I don't know whether I admire this Swedish city or I think they're all crazy. So here we go. A rare earth mineral deposit. Remember we spoke about they found in I think it was in Ohio, in a mountain or a volcano, they found tons of this rare earth minerals. Things that we use to make batteries for electric cars and things. Well, in the Swedish city of Kiruna, known for its substantial iron ore mine, the whole city is relocating. They're moving the whole city, building by building. They have a population of 17,000 people. They're moving the whole city because they found a deposit of rare earth elements. No, we're going to move. We found some battery materials. Do you imagine if that happened in Spain, man? I mean, I swear to God, if I found a rent-controlled apartment that is not kind of gouging me for every money I earn. They could find the corpse of Jesus Christ under my apartment and I wouldn't move. No, wait until my contract is up. These Swedish people, they're just like, oh yeah, you found battery materials. We'll move. Good for you, Sweden. I think I kind of admire the community-mindedness of these people. So the discovery of the largest known deposit of rare earth elements in Europe, essential for producing eco-friendly technologies like electric car batteries and wind turbines. The state-owned company Lab, L-A-B, manages the mine, which supplies 80% of the European Union's iron ore. The relocation is expected to be complete by 2026. My God, 3 years to move a city. One building at a time. That's impressive stuff. So it aims to exploit the deposit efficiently and addressing the environmental and structural damages caused by mining activities. Yeah, and apparently the iron ore mine that already exists there has caused like structural damage to the buildings, deformations and things like that. So I think as a whole, it's probably a good move. However, apparently this move there is going to increase the cost of living in this area by 25%. Wowzers. 25% already in an economy where the cost of living is going through the roof. So good luck, Kiruna, Sweden? Yeah, Swedish. My God. All right, next piece of news. Yeah, let's go to some ecological news. Let's look at the animal kingdom. Fascinating article here by Business Insider. A species of jellyfish carrying one of the most deadly venoms. Here they're talking about the box jellyfish. You've probably heard of this. Its sting can kill a human. So a species of jellyfish carrying one of the most deadly venoms in the world is capable of learning, es capaz de aprender, despite not having a brain. So this animal has no brain, yet it is capable of learning. Friends, there is hope for Donald Trump. Ole! Yeah, incredible stuff. The article from Business Insider discusses a new study revealing that box jellyfish, known for their deadly venom, are capable of learning despite not having a brain. Researchers managed to train these jellyfish to avoid obstacles in low-light environments, demonstrating they can learn and change their behavior based on visual and mechanical stimulation. This means that box jellyfish can learn through their nervous system, challenging the long-standing belief that associative learning requires a brain. The findings could help in understanding whether learning is a universal trait among organisms with a nervous system. Wow, crazy stuff, guys. Can you believe that? Some funny comments in the chat today. Yeah, incredible stuff. So yeah, there is hope for Donald Trump in the end. You know, today he thinks Jeb Bush used to be the president. He didn't. Tomorrow he's going to be playing the New York Times crossword because of his nervous system. Do we have time for any more news? We could do another quick one. All right, this is fascinating as well. This is more of psychology and biology, human biology. Dopamine. We all know dopamine, right? The pleasure, the thing that excites our pleasure centers. When we get a like on an Instagram post, we get that little rush of dopamine. Dopamine might have an unexpected function that could reshape our understanding of brain conditions. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter known for its role in reward processing, has been found to have more diverse functions than previously understood. Recent research reveals that there are 7 distinct types of dopamine neurons, each with different functions. While some respond only to rewards, others react to both rewards and negative experiences. And another type monitors movement. This diversity in dopamine neurons is reshaping the understanding of its role in various conditions like Parkinson's disease and can lead to more targeted treatments. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right, guys. Well, that's today's news. We've covered a little bit of the gambit of everything. Let's move on to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular unpopular opinion.
Oh my God, friends. What even is an unpopular opinion? It is a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental, una rayada. I share it with you on my social media. You guys opine there. But the real decision makers are the live audience in the chat. You are the people who actually decide this topic. Okay, so the theme for today is salaries, los sueldos, should be capped, deberían limitarse at $1 million, euros, pounds a year. So los sueldos deberían limitarse a $1 millón anuales. All right, comrades, are you ready? Did you know workers' control means of production? Yeah, I know. You're going to call me a commie. I don't care. Min is joining us in the chat all the way from the Netherlands. I don't know what the unpopular opinion is, he says, but I fundamentally disagree with Rob. There's a change. Many people in my country like that jellyfish. They don't know how to think. TVs think for them. That's Eugene talking to us there from Russia. Eugene, not just in Russia, man. Not just in Russia. All over the world. We've become polarized by uber partisan populist politics. So not just in Russia, all over. That's not to say, Russia hasn't got a special case. You certainly do. All right, let's dig into this. So I thoroughly tortured the elves today, thoroughly. And they gave me some pros and cons about capping salaries at $1 million. Okay, here we go. A cap on salaries, these are the pro arguments in agreement. A cap on salaries can prevent the accumulation of wealth within a small group of individuals, leading to a more equitable distribution of resources in society. Amen, right? Amen. There is such a small group of people in charge of such a gigantic chunk of the world's wealth. I mean, surely we should be distributing that more evenly. Surely the idea of trickle-down economics has been thoroughly, at this point, thoroughly debunked, right? Do you know trickle-down economics, Natch? Have you heard of the idea is that you enable the wealthy, you make the wealthy even wealthier, and that those riches will trickle down society to the poorest. And that's not what happens. They accumulate that wealth, One rich man, one person with $10 million will buy a Ferrari. 10 people with $1 million will buy a Ford, And making 10 Fords and selling 10 Fords makes way more jobs than one Ferrari. I don't know. Seems to make sense to me, friends, comrades. Let's continue. A salary cap could reduce income inequality and its associated social problems, fostering a more cohesion and reducing class conflict within societies. True story. Capping salaries can shift the focus of corporations from profit maximization and high executive payouts to ethical business practices, employee welfare, and sustainable growth. I think this seems to make sense to me too, right? If you cap salaries at a certain level, a company has to do something with that extra income, right? So whether that trickles down to employees all along the corporate chain, or whether that goes into welfare systems within the company, training, childcare. I mean, there is basically a lot more income for that company to then spend on other facets of the workforce. And then next thing. The final point in the pro column: additional funds which would otherwise be allocated to high salaries can be redirected towards public services, welfare, and other social programs, thereby benefiting the wider community. Yeah. All right. In the con column, the argument against capping salaries at $1 million. Here we go. Reduced incentive. High salaries act as an incentive for individuals to strive for success. A cap might decrease the incentive for high performance and innovation, potentially stifling economic progress. Really? Really? How much do you think the average person earns, Elf? You know? If someone wanted to pay me €1 million for a year, that would be a hell of an incentive for me. I'll be honest. All right, next. To attract top talent, especially in industries like technology and finance, companies often offer higher salaries. A cap can make it challenging to attract and retain leading professionals, impacting the competitive edge of companies and, by extension, economies. Next, high salaries contribute significantly to tax revenues. Shakira. Oof, pardon me. Sorry, I'll repeat that. High salaries contribute significantly to tax revenues. I think we all know where that's going, right? How is it the uber rich manage to avoid paying taxes? A salary cap can lead to a decline in tax revenues, affecting government spending and potentially leading to increased taxation on the wider populace. Look, that money's not going to disappear. It's not like if we don't pay our top CEO of this tech company $10 million a year, then that money will disappear. No, you have to spend it in another way. Oh, God. Let's continue. Feasibility and enforcement. Implementing and enforcing a salary cap on a wide scale could be administratively challenging and could lead to the rise in alternate compensation methods like bonuses, stock options to bypass such regulations. That, my friends, sadly, is quite true. They'll find a loophole. Yeah. All right, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Pedro says the key to today's unpopular opinion is to understand whether one of the goals of modern welfare state is to promote equality and social development. And the answer is yes, of course. Can we get a ProBoh approve for Pedro from Instagram?
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Surely we should be aiming for more income equality, right? Surely we should be aiming for even the poorest in society to be able to lead dignified lives. Not just here, in Europe, or in America, or in England, Britain, all over the world. A cap on the richest people, or a cap on the highest salaries, for me, is one way we could really do that. Tell me why Messi is earning millions and millions a year, and doctors and nurses are often having to take out second jobs to pay the rent. You know, key jobs in society: doctors, nurses, teachers, radio technicians. Right now, sobre todo. You know, why is it the people in society with really tremendously important jobs, much more important, I would say, than just entertainers, which is in essence what football and sports stars and athletes are. You know, or you know, let's keep it in the business world. Finance gurus, CEOs, why are they disproportionately compensated from their employees? Makes no sense. Let's continue with the chat. Vero says, true, however, some jobs are so necessary they are totally priceless. But it seems to me police, firemen, teachers are priceless. Yet it seems to be the price we've associated to them is quite low. Let's continue. I think it would be good, but it wouldn't put a cap on the rich at all. That money comes from shares, profit-selling companies, not salary. Well, a lot of it is, though. Amen. We cover the salary. There was bonuses as well, but there were the actual salary of. I can't remember the company now. It was something like 20, 30 times the employees that worked in that company. The disparity between the lowest earners in a company and the highest is just astronomical. Let's continue. But it's true. A lot of that compensation is in stock options. I mean, I can't argue with him. He's actually telling the truth here. Stock options, bonuses, etc. So that would have to be highly regulated too. All over the place, Rob, except here in ProBoh land. Thank you, Bridge. We love you for it. All right, there are a lot more comments. I got some messages in through the internet as well last night. We'll read a few of those. Friends, what a fascinating subject. What a fascinating subject. In this capitalist society, yes, our primary incentive is financial, right? If you want me to do hard work, you want me to work harder, you want me to work more hours, you pay me for them. But are we being fairly compensated? Or are people fairly compensated all along the spectrum of the corporate or even private, even public sector? I don't think so. And maybe a cap on salaries could be something to somewhat reduce that. Friends, I'm going to post a poll in the chat and you're going to tell me, guys, there's so many things you could have been doing today. An infinite number of things. Instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me and Natch, and it means the world. See you soon. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. How are you doing, friends? You're listening to the ProBoh Show here at 9 a.m. Central European Time, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. for our friends in Hong Kong and the Philippines. How are you doing, guys? If you're just tuning in, wow, we actually covered a lot of news this morning. We spoke about Spain. Spain charging Shakira with tax evasion again. Rare earth mineral deposit found in Sweden, and a whole town is going to be moved. A whole town is relocating because of this deposit. I mean, it's an incredible investment in time and resources to extract these things. And a whole town is going to move. Incredible stuff. And then we looked at a scientific finding that box jellyfish, despite not having a brain, can learn. They learn through their nervous system. Weird stuff. And then finally, that scientists have discovered that dopamine has some unexpected functions that we didn't before understand. We associate dopamine with the reward system in our brain. You know, that's why it's so closely linked to things like our reaction to social media when we post something and people like it. Ooh, little dopamine hit. But there are apparently other things. It's also linked to negative experiences, to movement, and these studies could help in discovering ways to treat things like Parkinson's disease, etc. So fascinating stuff there. Then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which was salaries should be capped at $1 million, euros, pounds per year. Los sueldos deberían limitarse a $1 million anuales. In Instagram, they said 81% of them said true. We've just got the results in from the stream poll. I will release the results of that relatively soon. Let's look at what people were saying on the internet. Raj says, I don't think it's sensible to cap salaries. Running a business is hard, and if it becomes successful, people who took the risk should reap the rewards. A cap might discourage entrepreneurship and risk-taking, which drive our economy. Salaries. Okay. Look, if you're a business owner, yeah, that's a tough one, eh? Because if you own the business or you're the CEO, those are two very different things. Shareholders own a company. You know, shareholders own companies. CEOs run companies. You know, should the business owner also be capped on their potential revenue? It's a great question. Something we haven't really spoken about in the show. But what I would say with regards to to encouraging people to work. I think $1 million. Look, the people who earn over $1 million are over $1 million a year are such a small percentage of society, and there is an ever growing amount of people who are scraping by. They're just making the minimum to get by. If they could even have a percentage of the millions that are spent on executives, they would, that would be a massive amount of encouragement for them, right? I don't know. Let's continue. Fiona says, I'm torn. It seems fair to have a cap, but also if someone is like super talented and unique, shouldn't they be able to earn whatever? It's about the value you bring, whether it's in fashion, art, or tech. Sure, but I would. I mean, you guys are talking like $1 million, pounds, euros a year is little money, and it's not. Do you know how many people must earn over $1 million a year? We're talking about the elite in society. You know, how many CEOs do you normally chat with? The CEO of this company that I work for doesn't earn $1 million a year. I'm sure they would like to. I would like to. Dude, do you know how much of an incentive that would be for me, Nacho, anyone in our company to earn that much money? I mean, if $1 million doesn't sound like much of an incentive to you, I mean, readjust your priorities, guys. I mean, it is. It's a lot of money. Anyway, let's continue. Derek says, I get the equality thing, but capping salaries can stifle innovation and drive. I don't think so. But, you know, it's a fair point, Derek. Leona says, I wholeheartedly agree. There's so much inequality in the world. Capping salaries at $1 million would definitely help level the playing field and fund social programs. Okay, let's turn our attention back to the chat. Min says, this is something that hits the multi-millionaire, not the billionaire. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I think it would hit the billionaire somewhat. And, you know, the multi-millionaires have got nothing to worry about, man. I think, if anything, it would just create more multi-millionaires, right? If you're earning $1 million a year, you manage to put away enough money, and maybe in 10 years, you've got a couple of million in the bank. Does that not sound ideal? Pedro says, that said, I think it's unquestionable that excessive accumulation of wealth as opposed to more even distribution of it promotes less economical development. Yeah, me too. Hoarding wealth, fewer people hoarding wealth. You know, it just makes sense. If more people have enough disposable income, it's pouring more money into the economy. Certainly much more than one person hoarding wealth. You know, Elon Musk is going to buy, what, 3 Ferraris? You know, if you have 100 people with a couple of million in the bank, they're going to buy 100 cars. Maybe even 200 cars between them. You know, I don't know. Let's continue. Also, being creative with taxes helps them. As we saw with Shakira there. As creative as she's being sued for tax evasion again. Jeez Louise. Pedro says, limiting salaries to $1 million has no impact in incentivizing corporations to make profit, which can be claimed as one of the pillars of economy. Salary is not profit. Exactly. Salary is a cost of the company. Those profits will stay there. If you're a shareholder, like really the uber rich, as Min said earlier, the people who own companies, who are shareholders in big companies, this would be like a windfall for them. So maybe it's not the complete solution. Let's see. Because we see the important jobs as so important that their services have to be easily accessible. Therefore, they have to be cheap or free, and not a lot of money goes through those fields. You'll hit the cops, not the owners of the company. The CEOs, not the owners of the company. That's true. That's a true observation. I cannot argue with that. Eugene says, if we have a minimum salary, we need to have a maximum salary. Well, there's another thing. Like, we are actually leaving half of this argument off. I believe we should cap salaries at 1 million, but we should also introduce minimum salaries. You know, what's the minimum a person should earn. Now, I know in a lot of countries we have minimum wages, but I mean, they're not. Minimum wages today are not sustainable. It's not sustainable to live. You know, if you earn minimum wage now, you'd be going to a food bank more than likely. Let's continue anyway. If we could all use this excessive wealth obtained from salaries exceeding this threshold via taxes to improve healthcare, or, for instance, paying master degrees or financing small businesses for talented young people without resources, that would lead to greater development and wealth. Yeah, I agree. The bridge says, in any case, Rob, our brain is merely an extension of the nervous system, or vice versa, with regards to the box jellyfish. Wow, a lot of incredible comment. Can we get a nivelazo for the community right now?
Será posible. Vaya nivelazo.
Jeez Louise. By the way, guys, if I'm struggling to read the chat, if you go into the Professional Bohemian Discord, you'll see why. I just uploaded a photo. It's incredible. In Finland, this is from Pedro, where I lived, there is a de facto cap giving the super high income tax rates after a certain threshold. Far lower than $1 million. Yeah. Maybe instead of a cap. Oh, there's a great idea. Maybe instead of a cap, like we should be doing it via taxation, and that way we hit owners and CEOs. Right, comrades? Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to go get my hammer and sickle. All right. Anyway, where are we? To what extent is less money goes to the CEO and more to the owner means everybody gets better salary? Yeah. It's true. It's true. Maybe limiting salaries is not the way. Maybe it should be done through taxation. Therefore, anything that anyone is earning over $1 million a year is really has a ceiling on it. Yes, if you make more than a certain amount of money, a lot, says Pedro. Once someone reaches 1 billion, we just give them a plaque to congratulate them on winning at life. Any money made after that goes back to society. Yeah. Oh God, I agree with that. Yeah, and Elon Musk paid $44 billion for Twitter. How much good would that have done to society? $44 billion. There are 8 billion of us on the planet. It's crazy. Or 9 billion, I think now. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so how did you guys vote? Well, let's see. So I made the statement, salaries should be capped at $1 million a year. You guys said 100% true. Yeah. I'll see you all at the meeting tonight, comrades. And don't forget, wear red. Look, yeah, something that's like income inequality. Something that's sadly missing. We're sadly missing solutions in politics, right? You know? They want to keep us distracted with popularism. Oh my God, they made Snow White brown. The Little Mermaid is black. Oh. No one cares. You ask any person on the planet, any person, if diversity or inclusivity is a bad thing, no one will say yes. We all agree that we should be more inclusive and diverse in our thinking. I think the only place we disagree, the right and the left, or those of us like me in between, is, how strongly that message is pushed at us or forced at us, right? We all agree in the broad strokes. But of course, the uber rich, and that includes politicians, don't want us thinking about that. They want us arguing about insignificant things between each other. There is prejudice in the world. There is inequality, but it's not happening in our ranks, friends. It's happening among the uber rich and those of us who are scraping to get by. Should we cap salaries at $1 million a year? To a certain extent, that wouldn't do much good, as Min said before. Yeah, I mean, what about the business owners? Should we be doing it through taxation? Well, what about tax loopholes? One thing's for sure, guys. For every what about that we argue against this topic, for every what about, we are not trying. And I think the key should be moving forward as a society, as a group of people who want more equality and definitely want and deserve more money to have dignified lives. One thing is true. I mean, it's not being addressed. It's not being addressed in our politics. It's not being addressed. It's being kind of buried under the carpet. I think we should all be outraged when we hear about things like the Shakira story. I mean, even I laughed about it. About footballers not paying their taxes. About these massive bonuses. Remember when we had to pay when our electricity bills went through the roof? And energy companies were tracking the highest profits ever. Huge bonuses paid to CEOs and owners of those companies. I mean, that is the real problem in our society, if you ask me. Crime isn't about race or immigration. Crime tends to be about dealing with a sucky life. Whether that's through drug use or through violent crime. People are pushed into crime because of desperation, in my mind. Having fewer desperate people in the world would be a net benefit for all of us. And in this capitalist system, guys, less desperation equals more money. All right, my friends, but let me tell you something. That's just an opinion, my opinion. And as Grandpa Bo used to say, opinions, my friends, they're like buttholes. Everybody has one. They all stink. Even mine. All right, guys, on that note, let's go to today's 100 Humans. Whew, that was a good one, Natch. Yeah, I actually found myself being swayed a little bit there. Yeah, a salary cap isn't going to really kind of solve much, you know. Anyway, let's continue. So it was a long walk to work today, guys, across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans and I asked them all a question. Today's question was, name something you want a beach to have. Nombra algo que querrás que tenga una playa.
Que quisieras.
Quisieras.
Querrías. I'm not sure. Querrías. Quisieras.
Oh, well, you've made me feel better with your own confusion. All right, guys. So there you go. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the top 7 answers here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. The bridge here says, if that money had gone to society, it would have done Twitter a favor. Yeah, probably less toxicity on there anyway. All right, so name something you want a beach to have. Pedro says, a calm sea. A calm sea. Do I give him it? Do I not? No, I can't give it to you. Sorry, Pedro. Calm is not the adjective I'm looking for. Woo, bit of a clue there. I'm not looking for calm. I'm looking for something else. Let's see, what else? Oh, let's go to the Natch. Natch, what do you think, man?
I'm going to be very Spanish. A chiringuito.
Nice. A bar. Yeah. No, it's not there. Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, Natch. My bad. Yes, it is there. It is there. The 100 humans said refreshments. 11 of them. I was thinking alcohol. My bad. It's there. Refreshments is their 5th most popular answer with 11 of 100 humans. Yeah, you want to buy some drinks. Chiringuito, man. De toda la vida. Come on. Pedro and Urs both say sun. You want a beach to have sun. Yeah, I mean... don't we have sun on the whole... doesn't it hit, like, the whole planet? Is it there? Is sun there? No, it's not. Okay, here's the thing. Think opposite to direct sunlight. What? Think avoiding direct sunlight. There's a little clue. All right, Pedro says sand. Sand. It's there. Well done. Sand, of course, it's there. It is the number one answer. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, I used to live in the Canary Islands, and on some of the beaches there, it's not sand. It's like little rocks, little horrible jab into your ass rocks. That's not a beach. It's an instrument of torture. Come on. So sand is there. Well done, Pedro. Eugene says, beautiful women. Come on. Beautiful people. Eugene is what you meant to say. Beautiful people. Is beautiful people there? No, it's not. Oh. Wop, wop, wow. Beautiful people is not there. However, there is something that's human people related. It's a job that you might have if you're working at a beach. Woo, so many clues. Come on. Let's see. I miss my holiday, says Pedro. Yeah. This is just, to help you out with that post-vacation depression. Let's see. A beautiful sea, says Pedro. It's still not the adjective I'm looking for. It's not there. Beautiful is not there. Beautiful sea. Pedro says, the shade. You want a beach to have some shade. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. Shade or umbrellas or whatever it is that you use to keep the direct sunlight off of you. Shade is there. You guys have got 3. You got sand, shade, and chiringuitos. Beach bars for our international listeners. We have plenty of shade here, says the bridge. Yeah, but the shade's provided by clouds. I was thinking more umbrellas. Okay, no people, says Pedro. Which, yeah, in Spain, man, that would be lovely to find a beach with no people. Oh my god. Okay, but is it there? No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Warm sea, says Eugene, not there. I think Pedro has identified the answer. I think it says clear sea. I can't see because of the damn screen. I think it says clear sea. So it's clear water there. Agua limpia, agua transparente. Yes, it is. Well done. The 6th most popular answer. Okay, warm sea, I can see. The bridge says lifeguards. Lifeguards. Is lifeguards there? Yes, it is. Okay. You shouldn't do this in the ocean. I'm going to give you a clue. You shouldn't do this in the ocean. Go find somewhere else to do it. What am I talking about? Natch, what do you want a beach to have?
Bathroom.
A bathroom. Well done. That's second most popular answer. And there's just one more, which is weird because I don't think I've ever seen a beach with this. But yeah, you don't want to get sand on your bum, right? So you need something. What do you need?
Una ducha.
Well, yeah, not a shower so much. Somewhere, somewhere where you can relax on the beach but not get covered in sand.
Like hamacas, I don't know.
Yeah, let's say a beach chair, shall we? Beach chairs, there, well done. The bridge says CP, old people, says Pedro. Germans doing nudism. All right, guys. Well, look, we don't have time to go through the answers. Otherwise, I'll very quickly do it. 100 humans, get out of the studio. We don't need you today. Okay, here we go. So I asked people what they want to see on the beach. In position number 7, we had chairs or beach chairs. In position number 6, we had clear water, agua limpia, transparente. In position number 5, we had refreshments. A chiringuito, like beach bars. In position number 4, we had lifeguards, socorristas. In position number 3, we had umbrellas or shade, sombría, sombra. Oh man, I'm killing it today, Nash. I don't know what happened. In position number 2, bathrooms or showers, baños, duchas. And in position number 1, Obviously, sand. Arena. Well done, guys. Okay, let's very quickly go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
The 100 Humans idea of a beach is very different to mine, says Pedro. Okay, last section of today. Complete the news. All right, we have to be very quickly with this one. I'm going to give you a news headline, but I'm going to leave out some information. Using the 3 options I give you, you will complete the news. Here we go. A shirtless suspect, sospechoso, no? Like someone that the police suspects. Shirtless, sin camiseta. A shirtless subject leads the Los Angeles police on a bizarre chase in a blank. So he leads the police on a chase in or on a blank with a dog on his lap, con un perro sentado encima. But what is it? Is it A, a shopping cart, or a shopping trolley? How would you say that, Natch? Is that carrito de compras or something?
Carrito de la compra.
Yeah, okay. So is it A, on a shopping cart? Is he being chased by the police on a shopping cart? Is it B, an office chair? Or C, a golf cart? Carrito de golf. So is it A, carrito de la compra, shopping cart? B, an office chair, silla de oficina? Or C, a carrito de golf, office cart? A, B, or C? A shirtless subject, sin camiseta, leads the LA police in a bizarre chase. Persecución? How do you say chase?
Persecución.
Oh, dude, I'm killing it today. Oh.
Nivelazo.
Riding in a... Is it A, shopping cart, B, office chair, or C, golf cart? What do you think, Natch?
A.
You think A, a shopping cart? The chat is saying C, Pedro, Eugene, the rest are saying C. Okay, let's get a drum roll. The answer was C, a golf cart. Well done. A woman in Michigan... Oh, no. Sorry. So, yeah, I don't have time to get into this news. But, yeah, the shirtless subject in a slow-speed chase in Los Angeles. The guy was driving a golf cart with a dog on his lap. Couldn't they have just walked up to him? If he's driving... I wouldn't call that a chase so much. Anyway, guys, look, that's all we've got time for. If you want to dig into any of the news from today, you can find it all on my Patreon. Guys, look, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. See you next time.